lime painting on a beautiful Saturday morning. I'm standing here with a client that just got limed last year and his house still looks like it just got painted. And I'm gonna let Mike tell his story. This is Mike Jones at Heritage Greens. Mike, how did you hear about lime painting and what was the deciding factor that made you choose us?
Well, Matt, a couple things. One, I saw some of you in the neighborhood. One of my neighbors and good friends, Gary Harden, got limed. He liked what you did, was very pleased with all the work and the quality. I talked with you, we talked to some other contractors, but after thinking about it all and looking at Gary's place, we said, let's get limed, and we did.
He got limed, so this is exciting. We're glad that he was willing to do this after a year. We got busy at the end of the year last year, so we're just gonna kind of walk around the home. It's a lovely home here, and you can tell that the paint still has a beautiful sheen. If you can get some nice close-ups of that. So the home definitely was caulked all around the soffits. Where the soffit meets the siding, all the trim boards on the corners were caulked on the sides and in the middle. And we sprayed the gutters, we sealed the windows, scraped them, peel bond primered the windows, put caulking all around them, taped and masked every window. It took a lot of time, but when we did the final spray, it looked great. So maybe let's come up and check out the garage doors and see how these look. Oh, and Mike, if you could mention about the woodwork, because I think we did about a dozen boards.
Well, we did. I think we did more than that because this gets a lot of direct sun, as you can tell here, and in the summertime it's even more. And then the back side of the house goes to the west, so I think you did more than a dozen.
Okay.
Because they needed it, and you guys replaced them, primed them, painted them, and they're looking good.
Great, yeah. And there was quite a few. I believe there was some on the front as well.
Well, they were too, because we replaced both of these windows here, and we replaced the window over the front door. So you had to do all of that, both on the outside and the inside.
Yeah, awesome. And Tommy, if you can come up here and check out the door that we did as well. We did all the casing, all the detailed trim, sanded it, oil stained it with Sickens and a clear coat, and it came out great. I think, wasn't the color, was it a tad bit darker, the color you chose?
Yes, you all made it a little darker for us. That's what my wife Mary wanted, so it looks great. Came out very, very nice.
Looks great. And then the other thing we could take a look at is the direct to metal items in the back. Nice water seal and an excellent sheen on the paint. That's going to look great for 8 to 12 years. Now we did some of these corner boards. I think we did some on the top of the chimney as well. If you come this way, we'll show the direct to metal items. The railings were pretty faded and chalking, so we decided to spray direct to metal paint, but before that we power washed it, wire brush scraped any rust areas, spot primed it, and then painted it. So check this out. Alright, so we did the metal railings on top, and then also the railings along the stairs. And if you can zoom in on that just to see. They're definitely black. I don't know the exact color, but a form of black. Looks great. Has a good contrast on the home. This is just the back side of the house. If you want to zoom in and take a couple of shots, and then we'll go inside and show you what we did on the inside. A lot of times we'll paint exteriors, and then we have some honey-do list. Is a great time to take advantage of lime to come inside and do some interior work as well. All right, cool. Inside, one more thing. We just painted under the patios that was distressed, and we power washed and spot primed, and you can just tell it has just a beautiful contrast. So I wanted to highlight that as well. And also under the top deck, if you can take a peek at that. A lot gorgeous. Stand on the deck and have a great view of the mountains over here. So, well, our final projects we did were inside, so we'll go take a look at those now. All right, cool. So we were working on the outside, diligently scraping, replacing boards, and Mike gave me a call or a text, and I'll let him tell you what he said.
Well, I had more projects that I was going to do, and I figured Lime's doing a great job outside, so we had some inside work to do. These 3 windows here had, again, gotten beaten up by the sun, so they came in and repainted, sanded, caulked, repainted these windows. And we had 3 bedrooms upstairs that needed paint on the inside as well. And they took care of that, plus paint on the inside of the big window over the front door as well. So it was all good, and I didn't have to do it. They did, and they did it promptly and did it well.
Awesome. Well, and like I said, when we start projects, if there's something on the inside, it's very easy for us to help out with that as we're there as well. So let's kind of come up close and take a look at some of these right here. It's nice. Oh, a lot of caulking. Nice sheen. Looks beautiful. Awesome. This has been a fun video, and I'm just going to end by asking Mike to share any character qualities of the crew or anything particular to his experience with Lime.
Well, the crew was great. They showed up when they were supposed to, stayed well past work time as far as I could tell, because they were here a lot of times late at night, taking care of everything. They were good, they were careful, they cleaned up after themselves. I can't say enough. They were good folks. And they're really nice people too.
Great.
They made sure that they respected the property and took care of things, and the follow-up was great too. It's just been a good experience. Great. And then also you did have a paint failure in a specific area, and you reached out to me. You want to tell about Lime's response on this? Yeah, it was just, I forget exactly where it was, but it was just one of those things where I'm sure because of the hot weather as well in the summer, we had some bubbling or something, I forget. I called you or texted you, and Ernesto came out right away, looked at it. The next day, people were out on it, taking care of it. So, no complaints. Great. Once in a while it does happen. Just let you know that Lime, we're always going to have your back, and we're going to take care of you guys as our clients. So, well, cool. I think the last question is, would you feel comfortable using Lime painting again in the future? And would you recommend us? You bet I would. Awesome. No problem. On the count of 3, we're going to say get Lime right there. 1, 2, 3. Get limed!